Stand by. The vacuum tubes are warming up. This is a special live broadcast right here on Georgia Radio.
Well, welcome to Neighbor. I'm Matt Jolly. It's always great to be here with you on Georgia Radio. Be sure and download the all-new My Georgia Radio app if you've not already done so. It's free for iPhone and, of course, Android. I met this lady over the weekend at the Carrollton Writers' first ever book fest, and she was in there with some of her just incredible, and when I say incredible, I cannot stress that enough, teas and coffees. And when I got to know more about her, I wanted to bring her here so she could meet you, and you could meet her. She's with Orange Street Storehouse, a small business in Temple, Georgia, that makes gourmet coffees and teas. Please welcome Michelle Capers to Georgia Radio. Thanks for being here.
Oh, thank you for having me.
I want to get into this because the mocha java that you served over the weekend, it totally knocked Don Francisco out of the park. And, you know, my coffee here that I usually drink in the morning, it doesn't hold a candle to the stuff that you brought there. Mocha java, a dark roasted, as it says, heavy bodied with hints of bittersweet chocolate. What a way to wake up in the morning, or just enjoy it in the afternoon. I got to know the story behind Orange Street Storehouse and how you got into this, Michelle, because your stuff is just out of this world. Really is incredible.
Well, thank you so much. We started out a few years ago. Actually, we started out with the teas. We wanted to be able to switch out my love of sodas. Not really sodas. I'm a ginger fan. I like anything clear, Sprites, ginger ales. And I know that the health benefits of that is not the best. So
you mean I shouldn't be drinking Dr. Pepper in the afternoon?
No, not Dr. Pepper.
Not even one. I mean, is it not? This is so terrible, but to me, that kind of stuff, those types of drinks, I don't have any evidence on this, but it seems to me like 15, 20 years from now, we're going to be looking back on that like the cigarette.
Well, yes. I'm not sure if you've ever watched the test that they did with putting the nail in like a Coke.
No, but you know what? We had a kitchen knife sitting on the counter for about 2 weeks as part of a science experiment. So I'll say that. But no, not a nail. I haven't seen it. But I don't want to see it. Is it that bad? I mean,
it's not. It's not. I've never been a fan of Coke or dark drinks, but a good Sprite and ginger ale, especially in a can and it's cold. Oh my God!
On the summer day.
I'm like, okay, yes, and it's like half frozen.
Mm-hmm. So now you've got to find another. You got to find an alternative, and tea became your gateway into a soda-free world.
Well, not really. Yes, I would say a soda-free. Trying to, figure out a way to have something really great to drink and still have some type of health benefits. In my background, my family, we had a history of kidney disease. So I'm like, okay, Michelle, you cannot continue this route with, ginger ale, Sprites. Let's find something else. So I turned to teas. My grandmother used to make teas for us back in the day when I was a little girl. And she would always mix up something for us. And it was never like anything from the drugstore. It was something that she mixed, and one of them was a tea. And so I was like, okay, let me do this. It's to, help my craving for something different other than water, but it also gives me health benefits. So we decided to do the tea and the coffee. And the coffee also became a treat for me, just like you said, the mocha java. Our flavored coffees like the Southern Pecan or the chocolate raspberry, to me, it's that treat that you need. Instead of getting a piece of cake, why not get a chocolate raspberry cup of coffee?
And I love what you told me. You were like, what kind of flavored coffee do you drink in the morning? I'm like, well, and I think my wife said, well, he likes a hazelnut or a cinnamon or something. And you said, well,
yes,
ours, if we tell you it's raspberry chocolate, it tastes like raspberry chocolate.
Yes, you're not going to get that
Just
medicine taste
right,
like, okay, I taste something, but I'm not sure
right.
what it is. Because I've had that before. Like, okay, it's a
Mm,
flavored coffee. I think it was a pumpkin spice. And I just picked it up from the store. And I'm like, okay, I taste something. It's a little hint, but I also taste that medicine like alcohol taste. It was just
yeah.
something that just wasn't completely right. And so as we meet people, like you and your family the other day, they would say, oh, I don't like flavored coffee. And I get it. They don't like flavored coffee because of the aftertaste. But with our coffees, it's not an added. It's like, okay, when you're brewing it, it's going to smell like a southern pecan pie. When you taste it, you're going to taste pecan. You're going to taste the caramel. You're going to taste the salted caramel. You're going to taste the chocolate, and you're going to smell it. Even before you brew it, you're going to smell it in the pack.
See, that's the thing. Until you've tried it, you can't describe it. And so, because you're making this stuff right there, you're. I guess are you originally from Georgia? Are you is this the home
No,
state? No. So
no,
you're
I'm
you're
not rich. I
bringing
was
these.
born and raised in South Carolina.
So see, you brought all this stuff across the border. This delicious coffee but now you make it up there in Temple, Georgia, and you make all the teas up there. Everything that you make, your hands touch. I mean, this is truly
Yes,
craft coffee and craft teas made from your shop there in Temple, Georgia.
yes.
How do you do that? How do you say I'm going to make coffee?
So what we did with our coffee, I did my research and I found a company that was willing to work with me to help select beans, put together flavoring, just everything, just teach me, about it. So we have a partnership. We work together to create these flavors, to create the coffees, roasting the beans. So I don't do it by myself with the coffees. The coffees are a little bit different for me, but they are, it's like, we have a partnership. We work
Right.
together. We make the coffee together. We just everything. It's a great partnership. Now with the teas, it's a little bit different. The teas are strictly us. We do the teas. We buy the herbs in bulk. My goal
Oh
is
yeah.
to grow my herbs. So I want to get to that to grow my herbs. But the teas, we buy them in bulk. And I study herbs, my teas, what I like. Some of the blends come from customers' requests, things that they like. And most of them also have come from like health benefits for me, things that I have had issues with. I'm like, okay, I need a tea for this, or I'm having these symptoms, what can I do? And I just do my research. It's so much out there and so much to learn that you can use teas for or herbs that you really don't have to take the over-the-counter medicine.
See, I think that's wonderful. We've lived all over the world uh, in this family. Someone has lived nearly every place in the world, and so the family knowledge. Uh,
Hmm.
there's a lot of this. I'm not going to call it a natural remedy because people will they'll roll their eyes, but
Hmm.
I guess it's this, and it's not folklore. It's these passed down traditions and traditional recipes that it oftentimes have been forgotten, but that have
Yes.
real and lasting effects when you try it. You're kind of continuing that tradition. Talk to me about some of the teas and the benefits other than just tasting great.
A good example. So usually when you have a problem with your stomach, whether it's something that you ate or digestive issues, what do most people tell you to take? Ginger. So you get a ginger ale. Okay. Ginger ale is made out of ginger. But the thing is that over the years, they decided that, oh, we're going to make ginger ale. We're going to put all this fructose syrup and all of that
Yeah.
in it. But what's the main ingredient? Is ginger. So if you're diabetic, you can't have all the sugars or what have you, then what do? Just use pure ginger. That's all a tea is just pure ginger. So you can get ginger root or ginger tea or whatever. Peppermint is really good for that as well. You're settling your stomach, as well as chamomile. So why not just put ginger, chamomile, and peppermint together, brew it and drink it, and add your own sweetener to it. It's the same thing.
Yeah. And it just because it smells nice doesn't mean it's going to taste nice. I've learned this the hard way, because some of this stuff, I mean, you open it up and you go, oh my goodness. I mean, it's like Heaven's Gate.
Yes,
it's so fragrant. And then it oh gosh, the taste is
like green teas are so great for you because of the benefits. But there are certain green teas, you have to be a tea connoisseur, or just say, okay, it doesn't matter, because teas can be very strong, and you have green teas, and also green teas, you have to be mindful of how they're brewed. If they're brewed too hot, then they become bitter. So,
okay. So the British way is not always the best way, where it's scalding hot surface of the sun, and then that's just the way it is. That's not always the best way, depending on what you're brewing.
It depends on what you're brewing. So when you really learn about teas, I have this little sheet called I have a brewing kit, and the brewing kit is a few teas, maybe 5 or 6 teas. It comes with tasting cards, which are like journals that you add your information, like how did I brew the tea, what I added in it, whether it was sugar or honey or what have you. But it also comes with an instructional card that tells you, for this tea, you brew it at this temperature and for this amount of time.
I think that's great. We're talking to Michelle Capers today. Teas and coffees from Orange Street Storehouse. You can find them online at orangestreetstorehouse.com. They're up there in Temple, Georgia. And Michelle, I got to tell you, the Rose Garden tea, I had a little sample of that the other day.
Okay.
And it was delicious. Really, really tasty. It smells wonderful. I thought it was very good. What do you recommend for a tea novice, for someone that typically drinks coffee and then that, depends on sodas in the afternoon for that pick-me-up? What do you tell them if they're trying to kick the habit and come over to the tea world? What do you suggest? I mean, what's a good starter drug for us, Michelle, as we start out with this?
So number one, if you start out with not drinking, if you want just the taste of coffee, I would go with decaf coffee in the evening. If you're looking for something of a kick, what I do is, the days that I want the kick and trying to eliminate coffee a little bit, I go with the black tea.
Okay.
One caffeine. Is the little caffeine. You get a nice flavor. One is our Earl Grey cream. It's an amazing blend of black tea, has bergamot and vanilla. So it's like you get that black tea, you get the kick, but I also get a little flavor.
Okay.
So you get that treat as well. And you can also add milk and creamer to that, as well as the chai masala. That's one of our popular blends. The chai masala, you can brew it in water, or you can brew it in milk, or whatever your milk alternative that you want to use. And that's really good. It's a black tea blend. And as well as we have the Russian Caravan, which was one that we had.
Yeah, now that's another good one.
At the event.
I tried
the Russian Caravan.
Yeah.
Yes. So any of the black teas you can use to give you that kick, to kind of eliminate the coffee.
Okay. Good stuff. And then, inflammation's a big thing. People are always trying to fight that. I'm sure you have teas that can do all of that, and including some mental health benefits. We're going to talk about that here, if you can hang with us just for a few minutes. We've got to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have more from Michelle Capers from Orange Street Storehouse right after this.
I know you can hear me, and so can your customers. Lots of people don't take kids seriously. Well, listen up. Advertising on Georgia Radio is seriously easy and affordable. Visit georgiaradio.com/advertise, or better yet, call the station. So let's talk. Your customers are listening, and so is my mom. Hi, Mom.
Hi, this is Wade Peoples from Georgia Folk and Farm Life Radio. I'm here to tell you about Meeks Brothers Cattle Company. And you don't have to worry about supply chain issues or where your beef comes from. Do what I do and call Meeks Brothers Cattle Company today. You can get a whole, half, a quarter, any amount of beef you want. Good quality beef, vacuum packed, lasts up to 3 years in your freezer. It's grass-fed, grain-finished, made to order. Visit Meeks Brothers Cattle Company on Facebook today and tell them Brother Wade sent you. And that's Meeks Brothers Cattle Company. Thank you.
Georgia Radio. Good company and great country.
Enjoying the country music.
And welcome back here to Neighbor to Neighbor. We're talking to Michelle Capers from Orange Street Storehouse. You can find them online at orangestreetstorehouse.com, a local gourmet tea and coffee company up in Temple, Georgia. And Michelle is joining us now via phone. Michelle, again, thanks for staying with me this morning.
Oh, you're welcome.
I want to talk about the benefits that come from tea regarding mental health. Your husband has a background in this, and you've really come up with a great way to sort of creatively pair your teas with certain health benefits in and above just the physical body, but also the brain. Talk to me about that and the mental health benefits of certain teas.
Okay. Well, my husband' background is in mental health. He's been in mental health, behavior health, and just anything in that field since 1993. He started out working with children, behavioral health, and we moved here to Georgia. He continued to work with children and then eventually moved over into psych. He's worked inpatient psych for a number of years, and from there he moved into addiction and recovery. So it's been since 1993, and over the years we've noticed how, even the last 3 years, how different things, different traumas, different just things in society has affected our mental health, whether it's stress from financial stress, family stress, grief, loss, just anything that people have gone through. And we've realized how teas really relax you. So what we started doing in the last maybe 3-4 years, we have combined it, our teas, the health benefits of teas, and mental health together. So occasionally we offer painting sip parties. So, we sip on teas. And what we do is we call them self-care sessions. So we have the first session, we do tea tasting, and then we do like a paint class, and we talk about mental health, the importance of taking care of your mental health. We always talk about our physical health, but we really don't talk more about our mental health and the self-care, because it takes self-care to take care of yourself. So we've been doing it for a number of years, and it has really helped people. We do one-on-one sessions, and we also host events.
The painting part would stress me out.
No, I'm telling you how relaxing it is. It is so relaxing because we make it a safe
Michelle.
and comfortable environment.
Matt, that's a great stick man. Of all the stick men we've seen painted, that is a really nice one. Have some more tea here.
They're pre-drawn.
Oh, they're pre-drawn.
Yes, they're pre-drawn.
I see.
But he did offer a session where you create your own. What do you want your life to look like?
Oh, interesting.
And you create your own painting. Whatever you want, you create it.
Isn't that great? And can they find out how to do that through orangestreetstorehouse.com? Can they contact you there to learn more about all that?
Yes, and we're in the process of putting together an actual program for that. I mean, we do them on every 3 months, but we're looking to do something monthly to be able to help people out. And we will also do private events, private parties, and my husband will also do one-on-one coaching sessions.
I think that's great. Well, and what a gift to be able to combine both of your passions, his for mental health, and yours for teas and gourmet drinks like you've come up with. What do you want people to know about this at the end of the day about Orange Street? What's the takeaway here, Michelle?
It's all about wellness and self-care.
I love it. Well, and again, Orange Street Storehouse is the website, orangestreetstorehouse.com, where you can go online and order some of this. The Mocha Java, it will wake you up in the morning. It's not like, it's not because it's not brewed the way that Turkish coffee is brewed. But believe me, if you like Turkish coffee and you want to boil some of this up in a traditional, it will wake you up, I guarantee it. But it's just the smell and the aroma. When you open that bag, you can sense the quality. You were telling me about one of your other ones, and I hate to keep talking about the coffees, but you were talking about a sweet potato cinnamon blend. Did I get that right?
So yes, you said that you like cinnamon.
I do.
So the sweet potato cinnamon swirl is one that we had in the fall, and it may still be on our website, but I think you will love that. I started brewing that. Actually, I brewed it from like October until maybe the end of December.
There you go. Okay.
Because I had a decaf. My husband and I, we were trying to eliminate some of the caffeine. And a lot of people would say, okay, I don't like the decaf because I assume that with certain brands, when you do decaf, the flavor change.
Well, or they leach it, I guess. Don't they leach it with all these chemicals and all that kind of stuff?
Yes, and the flavor does. It changes, but with our decaf coffees, the flavor is not going to change. It's going to stay the same. So we started doing the decaf coffees, and one of the ones that I was brewing was a cinnamon sweet potato and loved it. And so sometimes I'll mix it. I'll do cinnamon sweet potato with a little southern pecan. You get this pecan pie and a sweet potato pie and all of that. So, but yes, I think and it was the decaf and we loved it. So that's the one, the cinnamon sweet potato swirl. I think you will love it.
I think you could make dirty sock and it would taste good. I don't know how you do it. Seriously, everything I had this weekend was just incredible. And again, the website.
Your son had the annisberry.
He loved it. It just, everything was great. Orange Street Storehouse.
So that's an option for tea for kids.
Yeah. I think it's wonderful stuff. And I hope people will order from you and support small business. Spring is coming up. If they want to place an order with you, give them a starter. Tell them what you recommend.
So if you're looking for something that is caffeine free, I would do with tea-wise, the tisanes. They're fruit teas like the annisberry. They have things like the hibiscus, rose hip, black and red currant. You may get like dried watermelons in some of the tisanes, raspberry. Those are great hot or cold, and especially right now because it's warming up, those are great. Also the rubus, which is a red tea. Those are great. Green teas, the rose garden that you tried. And we have a few others. The black tea is the Russian Caravan, which is a smoky, but if you want something a little bit more subtle, the Earl Grey cream and the chai marcella. Those are like our favorites that they can order. If they start with those are great, as well as the chamomile lavender, the chamomile and mint, and we have a hibiscus lavender, which is great, hot or cold. We're also, you can order those online, but we're also going to be at the Villa Rica Community Farmers Market every Monday starting May 1st through September. And we're going to have weekly tea tasting. So we'll highlight a tea every week, and they're welcome to come to the farmers market to meet me in person and to ask any questions about the teas or come and try some of the ones that we have there.
I think it's going to be a sellout for you, Michelle. I really do appreciate you coming on this morning and talking with us. And again, it's orangestreetstorehouse.com. You can look for the Orange Street Storehouse logo and image on our app, on our mobile app right there. You just click on it. It'll take you right there, and you can place an order. Michelle will pack it with love and care and send it to you. If you want to find out more about the mental health benefits of teas and how you can get together for a private session or even a group session, email her through the website there at orangestreetstorehouse.com. Michelle Capers, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having us.
All right. We'll be right back, folks, with more great music coming up right after this. Thanks for being here.
Georgia Radio. Good company and great country.